Hello, ladies and gentlemen. James Crocker here with Crocker Realty. I'm going to give you a real estate market update for the month ending September 2023. I'm going to just touch on a few statistics and then I'm going to go over what that means for all of us that live here in the Denver Metro. First, I'd like to mention that these statistics are based on the Denver Metro and the surrounding areas, all the way up to Blackhawk, as far east as Bennett, up to Longmont, and as far south as Castle Rock. So this is including the Denver Metro and the surrounding areas. It's all, even if we were just doing the Denver Metro, it's still going to be roughly the same statistics. They're going to be pretty close in associations with each other. So the first metric I want to go through is the average sales price. In September, the average sales price was $698,068. In August, it was $695,870. So we had a 0.3% increase month over month between August and September. The main reason for that is a lot of these deals that are closing in September went under contract in August or late July, kind of at the tail end of the summer. As we get into the statistics for October, November, and December, we're going to see a drop in value. I can pretty much guarantee that. Last September, the average sales price was $683,068. So we've had a 2.2% increase between last September and this September, which is not bad considering interest rates have gone up so much. The average days in the MLS, September of this year, 32. August was 28. Last September was 27. So very close. Expired listings for last month, the previous month, and the previous September were all very close as well, right around 1,100. These are listings, that don't sell while they're on the market with an agent. The total number of sales, now this is kind of a big one. Last month it was 3,838. Last September it was 5,131. So there's roughly 1,300 homes less that sold this year than last year. That is a significant drop. Between August of this year and September of this year, there was about an 800 the amount of 800 difference in home sales. So 4,670 versus 3,838 for September. And I think that will continue to decrease as we get into the winter. The months of inventory, this is really the biggest thing that we look at when we're determining where the market is. Last month for September, we had roughly 3.5 months of inventory. We haven't had that much in quite a long time. In August, it was 2.5 months. Last September, it was 2 months. Basically, what months of inventory is if no one put their home on the market starting today, how long would it take for all of the current listings to sell? The higher that number, the longer it would take to sell all the current inventory. What that means is there is beginning to be a greater level of supply than what there is demand. And the reason for that is that buyers just can't afford to spend $3,000 a month on pretty much any property they buy. Almost any property you buy in the Denver Metro or surrounding areas right now with interest rates where they are is going to cost you a minimum of $3,000 a month when you factor in your homeowner's insurance, your property taxes, HOA fees if applicable, and so forth. So it's a lot of money. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, a property at the same value would have cost you, $1,000 to $1,500 less per month than what it will cost you now. And there's also a possibility that interest rates are going to go up a little bit more. What does all this mean for you? If you are looking to buy a house, I would highly recommend doing it November, December, maybe early January of this year. I don't think prices are going to get much lower than they will be this winter. I think beyond this winter, they will just go up steadily at a very slow rate, very, very normal, 2 to 3% per year appreciation. So if you're looking to buy, even though rates are high, I don't think prices are going to get much lower than they will be this winter. So if you do buy a house, you're going to get the lowest price most likely that you'll get for a long time, maybe ever. And then at some point, interest rates will come down and you could refinance your loan. I know it doesn't seem like an ideal time to buy, but just to give you an illustration, what I'm suggesting, let's say that right now a house was worth $675. This winter it gets down to $640, $650 in value. You buy it, it may be worth $680 this time next year, $690 this time next year. You don't want to buy it next year when it's at $690. You're better off buying it this winter when it is $640 or $650, right? That's a huge difference in price. Although rates are higher, when they do come down, you'll be able to refinance that loan versus paying more for that house a year or two from now, which is most likely what's going to happen. If you are looking to sell your house, I would not do it in the wintertime. I would actually not do it anytime between now and the end of the year. I would not sell. If you don't have to sell now for some reason, wait until springtime or early summer next year if you have to sell. I've been saying this for the last year and a half. If you have a 3% interest rate, or really anything under 5% at this point, don't sell your house unless you absolutely have to. Rent it out, stay where you are. If you are getting divorced or your family is increasing or decreasing in size, you may end up having to sell your property. You might need money from the sale of your property to buy a new one. That's understandable, but you're probably never going to see a 3% interest rate again in your life. If so, it's going to be a long, long time from now before that happens. Take advantage of that. Don't let that go so easily. And that's one of the reasons that the market hasn't gone down too much. I mean, there's been a significant increase in interest rates, but our values really haven't dropped much. And the reason for that is because no one wants to sell, right? They want to stay in those houses where they have these really good interest rates. They don't want to give that up. So although the amount of buyers have been reduced, the amount of sellers have been reduced as well, because people have these great deals they don't want to get out of. So it's been kind of a wash. If people that own their homes right now didn't have these great interest rates, our market would be really bad, because all of these people would be selling for whatever reason that they need to sell, and there would be a lot less buyers in the pool, which would cause prices to come down because there would be too much inventory. In any case, to summarize, like I said, if you're looking to buy, do it this winter. If you're looking to sell, wait until spring or summer next year, early summer. Don't wait until like July or August. If you want to put your house in the market, the ideal time is March, April, May. As you get into like July and August, it starts to get a little bit more difficult. It's not as bad as November, but it's not as good as March, April, or May. So in any case, that's a summary of the market. If you guys have any questions, call me anytime. My number is 720-235-7388. You could respond to this video as well. Want to know what your house is worth? Want to know what you can get approved for with regard to a loan? Do you want to know about a loan that's 4.125% interest? They do exist. There's all kinds of information that I have to share with you if you need help buying or selling a house. So let me know if I can be of service. Hope you have a great day. Talk to you later.